What's going on, everybody? Rabe here, and today we're taking a look at LEGO Marvel Superheroes Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, set number 76079, Ravager Attack. This is the smallest of the new Guardians of the Galaxy sets from LEGO, coming in at 197 pieces and retailing for right around $19.99 USD. I bought this at my local Toys R Us store. They also had the Milano spaceship set. But since I have the original Milano ship, and the new one doesn't really look all that great to me, to be perfectly honest, I went for this instead. They did not have the middle-sized ship, which is Aisha's Revenge, I believe, but I did order that online, so that should be to me shortly, and I'll have a review up for that at that time. So, all that nonsense said, this is a very basic looking set. You've got 3 minifigures. You've got Taserface, the Ravager, who, I'm not familiar with Taserface from the comics, but I have a feeling it's just a character that's going to be introduced in the movie. Maybe it's just a random Ravager, that Star-Lord calls a funny name or something, but whatever. We also get Mantis in this set, which is pretty awesome. Mantis, a new character coming into the Volume 2 film. And, of course, Raccoon with a new face print, it looks like, so that's pretty neat. So you obviously get a little Ravager ship and then a chunk of background, which has a little piece of wreckage on it. It looks like maybe this might be a piece of the Milano. I'm not sure, to be honest, but get a bunch of stud shooters, a couple of dirty looking weapons, and that's pretty much what we're talking about here. So on the back, you can see we've got some of the play features of the set. Of course, giant ridiculous stud shooter hiding behind a tree. For whatever reason, he's got a stud shooter as well. It's just studs everywhere. So it's basically showing off studs here, hide behind a tree. You got moving stud shooters here. You got opening canopies. You got more stud shooters. You got a comic book that nobody's going to read. And then you can build something super right on there. So, pretty cool. That said, we're going to go ahead and open this puppy up. Just like this. Open the flaps, and we're going to see what's actually inside this guy here. So we've got a couple of bags. Alright, so I can't tell. Nope, that's everything. That's everything. We do have the instruction sheet, which is one book, thankfully. I appreciate that. Just goes through, the huge, and then on the back you got a pirate for some reason. There's no pirate sets out, but you got a pirate there. It's got the comic book, which shows off some of the minifigures. I'm sure all the stuff we can buy. There you go, Star-Lord, Groot, Nebula, Drax, etc., 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 etc. Yeah, there you go. And move that off to the side, and now we've got a sticker sheet, which is thankfully small. You can see that, just a little Ravager insignia, and just some various thingy-dings. And we have two numbered bags. Number 1, which looks like the majority of the minifigures in it, with the exception of maybe Rocket might be in the second one. And here's bag number 2. Indeed, with Rocket, there's his little face hiding out right in there. Just like that. And just a bunch of studs and stuff. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get this set put together, and we're going to take a look at it in just a moment. Alright guys, so here we have the Ravager Attack, and like we always do, we're going to take a look at the minifigures first. Let's start with old Taserface here. the Ravager himself. And here we go. You can see he's got a very similar outfit to Star-Lord, which I guess is kind of, maybe they're going with that's how Star-Lord got his got his gear from the first movie. He used to run with these guys. You can see on the back he's got some little fuzz and just general thingadings going on there. He does have some nice hair pieces, so he's got a nice little beard going on here, as well as a fancy new hair piece. It may not be entirely new. It may have shown up already in like maybe the Nexonites line or Ninjago or something like that, but it's new to me. I haven't seen it before. But you can take all of this stuff off and take a look at his torso proper. It's got a little bit of a little metallic bit there, showing some armor plating, just tacked on. And of course we could take a better look at his face. Just one side, no double-sided face here. He's got kind of a weird, kind of purpley skull face. There. So I'll just pop all this stuff back on here. Pop that back on, and there's your Ravager. We get Raccoon in this set, and I'm just going to pop his weapons out for a minute. We'll just show them off real quick, actually. So he's got one blaster doohickey here. You can see it's just a regular gun. They tacked on some extra parts to make it more fancy. And he's got another one of the same. They had to stick one of these studs on just to extend the barrel, I guess. And then we'll stick that off to the side. And then here's Rocket Raccoon. And you got some nice new printing here. Rocket is the same head and tail as we've seen previously. But we do have some new printing on his face. He's got a big stupid grin on his face for some reason. I'm not sure what the deal is there. It looks a little out of place, honestly, to me, but whatever. I mean, it's cute. It's nice. It would have been nice to see them print some stripes on his tail. I think that's a little bit lacking. But otherwise, you get a nice little Rocket Raccoon there. And last but certainly not least is Mantis, new character introduced in the film. Well, not new, new to the film series anyway. And she's a really nice sculpt. She's got some built-in antenna into her hair, and we can pop that off, presumably. Yeah, maybe. So the hair is made of this very rubbery material. So it's not. There we go. It tends to get a little, stuck on the sides of the head, and then just pull the whole head off instead of just the hair. But you can see very nice printing on the torso there. Very nice work with. I think that's supposed to be shadow. I don't think that's even supposed to be just regular differences in color. I think that's actually supposed to be shaded, but I'm not entirely sure on that. But flipping over to the back, you see she does have double-sided head printing. She's got a very kind of angry, focused face right there. But overall, I like the more calm, serene face on Mantis. And get a look at the back of the hair as well. So very, very nice overall, Mantis. Now, on to the set itself. You do get another weapon. You get a stud shooter, like launcher kind of thing here, built out of several parts. And, obviously you just press down on that, and it'll fire the stud, just like so, off into the wilderness of your living room or wherever, and never to be seen again. But you do get extra studs with that, so it's not too bad. And then you get a little chunk of land over here. And it's interesting, it's got a little piece of debris, I guess, over here. And it looks like it may have come off the Milano, so maybe something like that happens in the film. Maybe, crash lands or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. It could be completely coincidental. This could be like a Nova ship or something. But obviously it's, it's got the orange and blue kind of color scheme that we're familiar with. And then over here in the trees, and this is a little add-on bit that you can just disconnect. It's got little tabs on either side, so you can move it around and, you know, kind of position it how you wish. It does have one of these big rotating stud shooter monster gun things, and of course you just fire that by turning this dial back here, and it'll fire all those studs off into the distance. So you got that going on. You got a couple little leaves and things like that, but other than that, not too much going on here. I mean, it's a cute little build, but not really anything worth writing home about necessarily. And then the last part of this set is, of course, the Ravager ship itself, which is kind of a neat little build. It's got a little bit right here, so you can hold on to it. It's very swooshable because of that. You can see it's got some kind of thrusters and intakes on the wings here. You got a couple of stud shooters on the front as well as on the back, so lots of firepower in here. Little Ravager logo on the wing. It's interesting, these little dishes on the wings. I don't know if these are supposed to be like vertical takeoff things, or if they're some other sort of weapon or what. But you know, they are there. You also get a little clip back here where you can hold an extra spare gun, which is kind of neat. It's nice to have that, but I would like it if there was some storage on the ship itself for this blaster, because currently this has nowhere to go while your Ravager Taserface is inside. Talking about inside, we do get an interior in the ship. We have this little display piece, and this is printed. That is not a sticker. I was kind of surprised to see that, and very pleasantly surprised, I might add. You get a couple of metallic-y silver grate pieces, which is kind of cool. Now, the only real downside to this is that when you put this dude in here, he doesn't fit very well. I mean, he does fit, ultimately, but it's very, you have to have him in just the right position. So you got to have him all the way in, and you got to have him leaning forward in order for the canopy to close. And you can kind of see there how that little back of his hair is just clearing that thing. So if you have him like sitting back here, you're gonna hit into that and it's not gonna close all the way. So you just gotta make sure it's pushed all the way forward, and that'll close it up. So it's very tight in there, not a lot of space. So I don't know how that jives with how the scale, you know, in the actual movie will work, if they're actually this size, or if this is a much more downscaled kind of thing. But you've also got a little sticker right here, and obviously the sticker there, and then on the little piece of debris there's also a sticker, and I think that's all that there is for the set as far as stickers. But again, I mean, it's a nice little build. It's very swooshable. And they definitely did a wise thing by adding Mantis into this set and making the only a set you can get Mantis in, because otherwise I think this is a totally skippable set. I mean, it doesn't come with Baby Groot, doesn't come with really any new characters aside from Mantis. You know, the Ravager ship is okay, but it's, I don't know, it was a very quick build, and overall, like, it doesn't really look like anything. There's nothing. Whoop. There's nothing really here that says that this is, this is a Marvel superhero set, or this is Guardians of the Galaxy. It's just kind of, here's this random gray and black little tiny ship. Here's the little tree, and then you get Rocket Raccoon and Mantis and this other guy. So honestly, if there are only 3 Guardian sets, so if you're looking to get all of them, go ahead and get all of them. But if you're really just looking for new and interesting stuff, I would probably skip this set and maybe try and get Mantis, on the aftermarket, or if there's a sale going on, you can probably pick this up. But it's just not. There's nothing that special about it, honestly. That's all. That's all. But that, of course, is just my opinion. Yours may differ, and that is fine. It's what makes the world go around. But that, guys, is going to do it for this review, and I want to thank you so very much for watching. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. It really does help me out. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more. I will have more Lego stuff and Guardians of the Galaxy stuff coming real soon, so stick around for that. In the meantime, thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.